Well, I will try again. Uh, I recorded another video and there was very, very poor sound again. I just did a couple test videos and I think I've got the sound thing fixed, hopefully. The title for the video for the 3rd of October is 501c3 Silence as the World is Raped. Several of my spiritual community friends, 26, received special invitations to hear me speak about Anastasia at a metaphysical group meeting last Sunday evening. Nearly a week later, one responded that I should not share such things with them because they are part of a 501c3 organization. Lots of churches hide behind that control mechanism set up to silence those who tell the truth about our world. The controller's God forbids such revelations that have the potential of waking up the sleeping giant of humanity. What will it take to stop the rape of the world? Indeed, it is frustrating for me to have to make another video, but it's also frustrating for me that so few people get it. It's so hard for people to understand that our government and our institutions are not set up to benefit human beings. They are set up to benefit a small elite cabal that wants to reduce the world's population to a manageable 500 million people. And they want to eliminate the other part of humanity, which is why they have set up certain structures in our world that make it difficult to help third world countries, for example. In Africa and Latin America and countries that are not part of the cabal control. And BRICS, of course, gave us an alternative, especially Russia, which is the military arm of BRICS, because it's more powerful with its weaponry than the United States is. But we have to get beyond even the need to use weapons. We need people in leadership positions who have a vision to uplift humanity, not destroy it. And that's the problem that we have in the world that we live in. Those that have the reins of power have an agenda that is anti-human, anti-God, anti-life. You know, it does not support life. It leeches and feeds off of life. And according to some people, these demons, they do not have the ability to exist on their own without leeching off the powers of others. They are parasites. And they do not, there's parasites that are beneficial. These are not beneficial parasites. They are malevolent parasites. They have an agenda, as I said, that they want to be in control, and the only way they can do that is to reduce the world's population, which means they have to promote warfare, which means they have to promote hunger, which means they have to promote putting things in our food and in our air and in our water that do not support life, that ultimately wear us down and incapacitate us and make us so that we run on half a cylinder instead of a full cylinder, or run on, if it's an 8-cylinder vehicle, runs on 3 cylinders instead of 8. It really incapacitates a whole lot more of us. 90% of our DNA, according to some researchers, is junk DNA, which means they don't use it because these parasites somehow in our creation messed with our DNA, and we have our codons turned off so that we do not realize what's going on. And the people that are in control create things like 501c3s to shut people up that might have some spiritual insight and say, you're not allowed, we're going to take away your tax exempt status if you talk about things that are of a political nature. But it's the political things that are going on in the world that affect life for all of humanity. And until we address the problem where it is, 2 places where it is. Number 1 is with the demonic control. That has to be addressed toward God, toward our Creator. It can't be addressed anywhere else because it's in the spiritual realms. The other thing is the people that have put themselves in positions of power or been put into positions of power and want to control everybody else. These need to be taken out of power, have their robes stripped off, and their ability to control humanity taken away from them. If it means incarceration or whatever it means, they need to have this done to them so that humanity can finally, after many millennia, be free. We've not been free in our known recorded history of this current period, of this current phase of evolution, or whatever you want to call it. And God apparently works through an evolutionary process. It just takes a damn long time to get anywhere and to get anything done. And do I understand it? No, I don't. I'm not going to claim that I do. But humanity has been raped by these controllers for a long, long, long time. And we need to have this reversed if we're going to experience a golden age, as many tell us we are. We're going to have to change the way things work on our planet to a way that we are all enriched and empowered, and have our codons turned back on as we are able to handle the new revelations and able to handle the knowledge of who we really are and what our potential really is, so that we can finally begin to grow up and become what I believe God created us to be in the beginning. We weren't created to be slaves. We were created to be gods and goddesses, people of great abilities, able to travel the universe and able to do lots of things that we're not able to do because we've been diminished in our capacity on purpose. And why this was allowed, again, I don't know. I can speculate. I don't like it. It doesn't make sense to me. But the thing is not to silence people. We need to wake people up. We need to hear the things that people don't want to hear are usually the very things that we need to hear if we're going to be able to experience positive change in our world. Anyway, thank you for listening to this, and this second recording on that title, and hopefully this one will come out better. I think I've got the sound problem addressed. I think a wire was loose or something. Anyway, thank you for listening, and namaste.